Welcome to Cotman,
Crawford, and the Jersey Guy Podcast.
Hey, welcome everybody.
Hey, what's going on?
How's it going?
So fucking crazy.
Yeah,
It's
I'm not even looking at it right now.
It's like,
if you guys could
I cannot
only
believe
see
the shit
we were just
went
going
through
through.
to fucking get this
Anyway.
going.
Yeah,
It's just,
I can't believe
we're having a good time.
yeah, it's a retake.
Well, like Dusty, we're having a good time.
Yeah, that's
What's
it.
his name?
When I
Dusty,
get home, I'm gonna
Dusty,
punch your mama right in the mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, so
How long did we go on for?
8 minutes.
That was
It was 8 minutes, but it felt
Yeah.
like a
Oh,
fucking
wow.
eternity.
yeah, so it was 8 minutes. So everybody watching, we had a little bit of a boo.
Okay,
I
yeah.
hit the wrong button.
We had
So,
some
It wasn't even
technical
difficulty.
difficulties.
It wasn't
Please
even technical.
stand
I
by
hit the wrong
while we
button.
work on the problem.
Yeah.
We're having a
It's all
good time.
That was it. Having
So-
a good time. So with that, we're starting over. So now
The discussion we were having.
we have Justin on the line. And
So-
Justin,
Yes,
what's
hello.
up, Justin? So
How's it going?
everybody that watched before, Justin was on with us when we did the Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes, yeah.
He was on.
and he will be back for that as well.
Yes, we're gonna do
So,
another one of those.
and the
Yeah.
conversation we were having,
We'll start over.
we're starting over,
Okay.
was about certain things that live in the ocean
Yes.
that people have sightings of that are
Yes.
just unexplainable, and but not only recently, but what happened back in the past in the 1960s. You know, with the this gentleman who was on eight. He was 8 years in the Navy. He was on 4 subs. He was a technician, and he actually came up, I believe, with or was involved with the submersible they went down with.
Mm-hmm.
And when they went down, and it was like, this thing could go down like 5,000 feet.
Right.
They got down, and as they were down there, they were trugging along, like they were moving slowly along the bottom. And then that's when they caught this thing in the corner of the eye, and then they got close. And they said this thing was intelligent because when they tried to maneuver, it would follow it
Mm-hmm.
and
See,
move
that's
with the castle, but not in a way where it
wasn't chasing them.
wasn't going to do some damage. And then when it finally left, it went over them and just went up.
And
you
what
know.
did you say this was?
Plesiosaurus, I think,
Plesiosaur.
Right.
if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
And the way he described it and the way he put it in the log, of course, he was doubted, and people wrote. There was a gentleman that wrote a book about it as well. But you know, they don't want people talking about that
Right,
stuff
right,
and telling people. But listen, if there's us who believe in this stuff and who think strongly that this is absolutely possible, there's a lot more
Yeah, definitely.
than just there's a lot of people who think the same thing. So that I don't know what they're worried about
Right. So, like,
But-
Justin, what did you say it was that how much of
percentage?
ocean?
that we discovered.
So 71% of the planet is the ocean,
Right.
and 10% of marine life has been discovered. So far.
10%.
See, that's like an insane number.
Yeah.
Like, think about that. Think about how much we know already, and that's only 10%.
Right.
10%.
Yeah,
That's it.
Right.
and that's only what we believe
crazy.
that we know because it's probably not.
But
even
we believe we know,
less than
and
that.
what
Yeah.
we don't even, what we ran into and
Mhm.
what people are saying. And obviously these things are, if it's only random at times, then these things are smart enough to know to stay out of a certain, to not to become noticed,
Right.
you know, kind of like the whole Bigfoot theory thing,
Right,
you know what I mean?
right,
The thing is
yeah.
so well stealth that,
Mhm.
you see it for a
Right.
second and then it's gone,
Yep.
kind of thing.
Right. There's also the possibility of things that are just incredibly, incredibly rare.
Right.
That's true
Right.
too.
You know,
There's-
Yeah.
yeah,
maybe there's not a plethora of these things that we don't know about, but maybe there's very, very few.
Right.
That same program that I was talking about that discovered 860 some species in the last 2 years, they discovered a new type of guitar shark. They're sharks that are like flat and kind of shaped like a guitar.
Oh yeah.
And the group of this species is so small that 2/3 of the entirety of guitar sharks are threatened.
Mm. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah,
That
like
is
these are
insane.
super, super rare, and they just found a new type out in Mozambique.
And I bet they're only located in like certain areas of the ocean.
Probably,
Like,
yeah.
Right.
Like you won't
Right.
find, obviously,
Tiger sharks
if
in
these
one
things
spot
were
or-
in,
right.
say, the Pacific, you're not going to find them in the Atlantic.
Right.
Mhm.
And you might not even find them in the Indian Ocean
Right.
or the
Mhm.
Arctic, which is going to be colder. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. And did they say how far down they found them, Justin?
200 meters down at the depths of Mozambique and Tanzania
Okay.
off of the
Wow.
coast. of both of those.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah. So you see, so these are things that are just so deep, so far down.
Right.
The giant squid, like
Kraken.
yeah, and the Kraken. I'm waiting for the Kraken to come back.
Release
To
the
come up.
Kraken.
Yeah, that's funny, bro. You stupid. But that those are things that you don't hardly ever see.
Right.
They're giant. I mean, what 100-foot tentacles? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean,
But they finally caught it. But they finally caught him on camera.
but they think that was a baby.
Well,
They think they come
but lately they've been getting them. Now they've been getting, I guess, because the cameras getting better,
Mhm.
technology's getting better. But they caught it on camera.
Oh,
a
you
few
mean? Oh, I
times.
thought you meant they caught it like from fishing. Oh, they got it on film. Like
They caught the squid,
Oh.
on camera.
my bad, I misunderstood what you said.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah, they've
kidding, I
had.
didn't
Yeah,
know
they
that.
finally were able to get it, and these things are huge,
Dude.
man.
Yeah,
And these things could
Yeah.
kill whales, from what I understand.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
These things fight
There's-
with whales.
There's also this very fun bone theory that some paleontologists talk about. It's more of like a skepticism thing,
Mhm.
but the idea is that there are some bones that are so large and unidentified that there's a possibility that some of the bones that we think belong to certain large prehistoric things may actually be really small parts of something much, much larger.
What?
Wow.
I mean, larger than the
Like
dinosaurs
larger
that
than most of the things
we know of.
about.
Oh, gotcha. Well, that's pretty scary.
Now is that just
So that's
stuff
kind
that-
of like a Godzilla kind of thing, because
yeah. Well,
Not necessarily, but it's just, and the only reason that this has any stability is because that there are some bones that have been found that are so large that they genuinely aren't sure what it belongs to.
right.
whoa. Now those are things.
They can only skepticize on what it might have been.
But is that for water creatures or for land creatures?
Oh, there's accounts for both.
Ooh. Wow.
That's wild.
That's insane, man. See, that's insane. Because I mean, so like everybody's heard of Loch Ness Monster. And they were talking about that because that there might be where the Loch Ness Monster might be able to go underwater tunnels and end up in another part of the ocean.
Hmm.
And that's might be one of the things that, fishermen have seen, or, even the submersibles and videos and stuff like that may have actually seen them or seen Loch Ness Monster. And that's why they can't get it all the time in Loch Ness. You know what I mean?
Right.
That they can't get the pictures of it. So then now again, and something we had said before, we always look up. We always try to go to space, going to Mars,
Right.
going to the moon and all that
Because
other
there's
stuff.
a totally different planet
Because
underneath.
they've got to do that. Right. And right here,
right.
we
on
had
our
this-
planet.
the movies. Yeah, we always talk about movies and things.
Undiscovered.
But was it the
But
Journey
I
to the
think
Center of the
it's
Earth?
harder for us, for whatever reason, the technology. It's harder
Well, you know what? I think
to go
the
in
thing is,
because of the pressure versus
Right.
space.
Mhm. Well,
But
yeah,
I-
right.
I don't know
Yeah.
how that works,
well,
but
you know what the thing is the weight of water
Mhm.
is like
well, there,
insane.
yeah.
It's
And that's why these things have to be able to take that
space
kind of
is
pressure.
a vacuum,
Not like the
as
one with
where
the
water
joystick
is
and
the
the thing,
opposite.
you know.
It's
and-
positive pressure. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
right.
Right.
Well, they just need to stop trying to send people in there. Like there's if you
Well, I'm
you
just
have
saying.
to. Well, no, I'm saying as far as people having to be in a submersible, you don't need the cameras are to where we can just turn around, send a camera.
You
and
could
let
just
the
say
camera
right.
go
And you
do
have
it.
well, some people want to go because of the
Nah.
excitement. I get it.
Yeah.
Listen,
no.
but if the submersible is good, it's made to do what it does. Like this
Mhm.
particular one he used, he had his hand in it,
Right.
designing it. You know,
Mhm.
involved in it some way or another. And he was somebody who was in the Navy. He was a technician, so he
Mhm.
knew what was needed in order to get done. I think he was the first one actually. Were they water flumes, Justin? That's what they call them. I think
They
they discovered water
you're
flumes.
talking about okay. Yeah.
This same gentleman was the one who discovered those.
What's a water flume?
Okay.
If they come out of at the bottom of the ocean, just kind of push out. Like, what is it, like heat? Like water flumes?
Yeah. No,
Get up.
it's water that's I think twice the temperature of the
Right.
water around it.
Right. And it's just pushing up through the bottom. You could see it.
No shit.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, so he discovered those. He also did Titanic. He was the first one to be able to go down there and
Oh, okay.
do that as well.
Yeah.
And that was early. So
Right.
you're thinking 1960, I think it was 1968
Okay.
was when this guy was into what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. So you can trust this guy. He
Right,
knows
right,
what you need
yeah.
to get down in the water.
Right.
So you don't blow up.
Yeah, or implode, like the
or
other,
implode, I
like that
should
one
say.
did a couple of years back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these guys, but back then, that's pretty impressive because thinking now the technology we have now, I'm sure these things can go even better.
Oh yeah,
Right?
Some of the stuff now is like incredible. There's 24-hour live streams dedicated to showing you drone footage.
What?
All right.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah,
How far down?
yeah. For anyone that's like super interested in that stuff, EV Nautilus on YouTube is a channel that is dedicated to showing you highlights from their 24-hour live streams where they do little delves with their drone, and
Very
they have
cool.
marine biologists on the line telling you what they find.
Whoa, that's insane. I didn't even know that.
That's pretty cool. And what's great about those, you can, like you said, you don't have to be in it in order for you to discover what's underneath there.
Mhm.
I guess those who go in there, they have that. They need that rush to go down.
I guess,
and,
man, because
There's another channel, I think. I don't believe it's EV Nautilus, but they have basically like a historic record of being the first live streamed discovery of a species.
Right.
What?
That's awesome.
That's insane.
Because they found something on their stream.
That's crazy. Did they get a good picture of it?
Oh, they had like a full resolution video. I believe it was
Bro.
some type of jellyfish.
My
wow.
God.
See, that's just insane, bro.
Yeah.
That's how much we don't know, that like it's so easy to find. If I don't know, I want to say easy, but like, you know what I mean? Like the chances of, if you go in like an unknown part of the ocean, that you'll probably find another species that we've never seen before.
Right, because the deeper you go, the different species that's there. Because doesn't the water get warmer again?
I don't know how that works. I just only know that you get crushed if you didn't have the right vehicle to go down there.
I don't,
Yeah.
I'm not sure about what the temper. I believe it gets colder. I think the
Yeah.
only thing that might change that is like methane pockets. But I believe that the methane pockets and like methane lakes, underwater lakes, I'm pretty sure they're extra cold.
Okay, I thought it was the other way around. Okay.
Yeah.
That's wild, man. It's just so, and it's dark. How the fish have adapted, like they have, like I guess it's like a glow lure.
Well, one fish has a lure.
Bioluminescence and whatnot.
Yeah, all that stuff. So, all the like the little jellyfish things, and
That's how they
the
hunt and they
plankton.
get the other fish. And,
Right. That's how they get that.
Yeah,
so-
bioluminescence is super interesting, and
Mhm.
it's so rare in like both flora and fauna
Right.
that anytime it comes up, it gets like thoroughly studied so that they understand how it works.
Yeah, because it's just crazy. And like we were saying before, like even with the giant squid, the whales and stuff like that are that far down, there's no light. And they still find their way around. They know how to find their their food.
That's their environment.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes to say, what about like something like the megalodon, right? That's the
Right.
shark. Who's to say there isn't one? That's not saying there is, but a lot of people seem to think so because, hey, if this thing slipped through, what else could have gotten and just is keeping out of this eyesight so that it doesn't, bring attention to itself.
Well, you know what would be crazy, right? If there was like, they thought that like a fossil of a megalodon, like they thought it was older than it was, but it wasn't as old as they thought it was.
Right. It was young. It was actually
It was
more.
like, a couple hundred years old.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is.
Yeah.
And that kind of supports the bone theory again, too.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Like, like Megalodon does have the potential to be something that's real because, maybe there are some whale bones that have been improperly identified as whale bones.
Right. Because they really don't know until they actually have their hands on it. I mean, I think, don't they already have, in some museums, bones of the megalodon?
With the teeth. I think.
Or the teeth? Or,
right, or things similar, right, where they'll find a rib cage
Right.
or something.
Yeah, not a full
and they'll say,
skeleton.
This belonged to a fish.
Right, a very large.
Yeah.
And the shark and the
Very
teeth are
large
like
fish.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what is
Yeah.
it? What's the trench, the deepest?
Mariana Trench.
Yeah. So like even we can't still, even with, the little bit of technology that we have,
That's where the
just the
drones
cameras,
come in.
that's what but that's the thing. They can't even go down that far because they can't, they implode that deep.
Right.
You
You
know what I
haven't
mean?
coming up with something that's.
So that
capable.
So that drone submersible found those new sharks at 200 meters down, right?
Right.
The Mariana Trench goes 10,900 meters down.
Wow.
See?
Okay.
Yep. So they haven't even been able to get down that far to see what
What's
else
the
is down
farthest
there.
that we have gone down, though? What does a normal sub go down?
Let's find out. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't know either.
Yeah, I'm not sure how far down a regular sub goes. You know, I'm just thinking like in there, there could be a whole other world, literally. You know,
Oh, absolutely.
they could be
Well,
like
that's
Okay.
the whole alien
Go
thing,
ahead.
too.
So 10,900 and something feet was the Mariana Trench. In 2019, they got a submersible down the Mariana Trench to 2,928. So
There
it
you
was just a few meters short
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah,
of the bottom.
yeah,
That's impressive, man.
yeah.
That we've gotten to that where we're capable. So maybe we do have the technology, or we're getting close to it to where we're capable of doing it.
Yeah, well, they didn't have a long
Yeah.
enough cable because it's the submersible like that.
That, yeah, but that took years for them to build,
Mhm.
and they stress tested it to its absolute max and
Right.
got that low.
Exactly.
Yeah, see,
Exactly.
that's insane.
So the
man.
same kind of process they would do, like with the rover on Mars and everything.
right.
They have to do all that to
Mhm.
make sure this thing is as
Right.
rugged as possible and it's going to survive the elements.
You know what the thing is too, though? I would say that things like that, like our technology has gotten us that deep. The things that could exist at lower pressures than that,
Yep.
like that is merit for, like you were saying before, like what if there is alien shit in the bottom of the ocean?
She's picking my brain.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah,
it's exactly.
Yeah.
There are people that say that, of course, you see these things
Right.
online and whatever, but they would say, yeah, there is. They've who knows how long they've been using the water, for how long they've been
Mhm.
doing it.
Right. Yeah, that's what
Right,
Tom was
Justin?
saying. Tom had said that a long time ago. Well, a few episodes back, because we were talking about
Because you can't see it,
underwater-
but we don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he was talking about underwater cities and stuff.
Right.
That we just can't get to. You don't know that it's there. We don't know that it's
Yeah.
there. Yeah, that'd be insane to turn around and end up stumbling on it. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Well, what about that one
Yeah.
story I was telling you where what lurks beneath? I'll try to get everything through. This gentleman, he was a Russian gentleman. I forgot what country he was in, and he was also in the military, submarine or whatever. And he was going out as a hobby to go out, and he weighted himself down and he walked into the water and he went. And he found this like a tube, like almost like a torpedo kind of thing.
Oh, right.
And he tried
yeah.
to pull it out of his truck, but he couldn't move it. So he was like, "Oh fuck this! I'm going down there." And he took a drill with him, and he drilled into this thing. This is the story, right?
Mhm.
And then this like material came out, like this like gel or whatever. And the next thing you know, this like being was living in it, and he happened to drill into that. By putting the drill in there, he happened to drill into
the
this being, and then one thing led to another, and this thing grabbed his arm and cut him and had like sharp, and these are
Oh.
stories that people told
Yeah.
that they swear to. And then they found this guy, this truck running because he was down in the water, and his truck was running, and they went down and they saw him floating in the water, and they pulled him out, and he had cuts on his wrists and everything from
Right.
this thing trying to grab him and everything.
Yeah. You
So who knows what the hell is that? Why would that thing need a tube?
Mm-hmm.
Not like a shell
Right.
or a cocoon. So
Right.
if it's a tube, it came from somewhere else, and it was down there because it wasn't ready to come out yet.
Yeah.
It was still working. It was still doing whatever it was doing.
Right. Yeah. Jeez. I'm just trying to
Right,
figure out.
it was left.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I don't know. I think
I love that shit, man, because it's just,
Yeah,
you don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. If that was only a piece of what the rest of the tube was, you know what I'm saying? Like that might have been just a little part, and it maybe went deeper or was under the sand, under the silt.
Oh, yeah, maybe it was part of a
Or
larger
something bigger,
vehicle
yeah.
or a vessel of some
right.
sort,
And
right?
that thing just happened to be like right there,
Right.
stopping him. Like it wasn't probably right there. Like he probably didn't drill through it.
No, he did. He
No,
drilled
into the. So I'm thinking
he
because
drilled into it, finally broke through.
right, and then
It was
that-
at least a
whatever-
4-inch, the way they said 4 or 6 inch drill bit that he had on there.
Right. So then it's not big enough for something to actually come out of. So that then as he did it,
He
it might have come out from. It might
No,
have come out from
I think
another
it just
doorway.
busted the structure of it.
Oh, okay.
I think it somehow, and I think
Mhm.
just because that gel came out first, and
Right.
then everything came from that supposedly, and then
Yeah,
it
see?
broke out.
Well, always
So-
gotta touch shit. Stop. Don't.
Well, people,
Drilling in-
that's how we discover stuff,
I'm
man. And
saying,
these
I was trying
people
to
are
pull that
brave
shit
though,
out
because
first.
you're going in these large
Yeah.
oceans or bodies of water, and you're going down to,
Yeah.
and you don't know what you're going to find,
Yeah.
what you're going to run into.
That's insane, man.
You know, and hopefully if you do run into anything, it's kind of like not aggressive and it's not going to do anything to you, and kind of be more as curious about you as you are about them.
Right. Until it grabs your hand and makes you bleed.
And then they find you on the shoreline, freaking mumbling shit. Oh, we got to put his ass in the booby hatch.
Yeah, that shit is insane, bro.
And I think the alien thing is also a absolute possibility, because you don't know. We don't know what's in the waters, even as far as the Navy can go. And what if there is something that they already know about down there?
Yeah,
we don't know about that. They're not telling anybody.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer of that.
But hey, that's why we talk about this stuff.
Yeah,
because it's interesting.
Yeah,
you know,
that's just bananas.
Do you think that?
And then
go ahead. I'm sorry, Justin. Go ahead.
I was going to say that it's also interesting that there's stuff that we do know but don't fully understand yet.
Right.
Yeah. All day.
With the wildlife in the ocean. You know, there's so many studies on the bioluminescence stuff and the algae, trying to understand how it works and how it can actually be like replicated.
Yep.
And as far as that goes too, octopuses.
Yes.
Known for as long as we can remember, and we still don't understand how they work.
Well, isn't the theory also, they say, Justin, that they come from another planet because they're not from here? Is the thing that they say?
It's so unexplainable that it does feel and seem incredibly alien.
That's crazy.
There's military research that funds Cornell University to try and understand and develop camouflage that mimics what an octopus can do with its skin.
Wow.
Whoa. I know. And,
yeah.
you know, you
That's
see
pretty
those
crazy
videos
stuff.
of the octopuses, how they camouflage. It's like, it makes chameleons look like they barely do it.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
They're like the chameleon of the water.
Right.
Is really what it is.
Yeah. But like chameleons.
Yeah, but it's so unexplainable. Like, we understand what chameleons do.
Yeah.
We don't understand how octopuses do what they do so rapidly.
Right.
They do it rapidly,
No, they don't
but they also mimic texture.
Right.
Right. And that's the key thing. It's not just
That's
it's
pretty
not just
crazy.
color over time. It's immediate change of color, texture, and also print.
Right.
Yeah.
That's bananas, dude. But you're right. It is. That's insane. I didn't know the Army was studying it like that. That's crazy.
Yeah. Of course, though, right? You know, imagine a world where a battle uniform could change on the fly.
Yeah.
Right. That would be
But they're
pretty
also
impressive.
You know, they're incredibly smart. I was just watching a video. Someone had like a pet octopus in a tank, and like they would give him different challenges and put different things, and he's like, I can get into anything. He's like, I put a jar in there, I put this in there. He can just get into anything.
You can get out of it too, by the way.
Yeah. But like they would purposely like put his food in jars to watch him open it and stuff like that.
Right.
But they said he like being held and stuff. He'd take him out, like they take him out and hold him for a little bit and put him back in the water.
Right.
Like he was like, that's high intelligence. Like fish don't do that. They're like, fucking get away from me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, but this guy's like, yeah, take me out, hold me. You know, it's weird.
Jeez,
you know?
that's bananas.
Yeah, it's definitely an incredible life form for sure. You know, just,
hell yeah. That is just so wild. I didn't even know half that stuff about that. Like with just how they change so fast. I've seen them change quick, but I thought, you know, I'm always thinking like,
no, they're super intelligent.
Video. You know what I mean? Like when they recorded it and they just fast forward it just for
whatever they go into, whatever it is that they meld with, in a sense, they you literally, if you don't see it happen and them doing it, you probably wouldn't be able to pick it out after the fact. So in other words, if you didn't see him doing it, you wouldn't know where they were and be able to figure out. It would take you a while to figure it out.
Yeah,
it fools their predators. Right?
Yeah.
That's how their defense system works. So
them even finding their own food, if they're gonna the camouflage like that, you won't see them coming. Like seriously, you wouldn't see them coming.
There's also the whole thing where it's like, we know, right? We found stuff, I guess, higher depths that is like so evasive and so camouflaged and so fast that if we were to apply that to the depths, like the ocean floor, if there's anything down there that has those kind of properties, we're never going to find it. It's pitch black. And then they also have camouflage, and then they're also that fast, or have the potential to be that fast.
And they may even
kind of like Murphy's Law of fish, right?
Yeah.
Right. And they probably have the night vision for fish too, so they can see wherever the hell they're going.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Bro.
They can see them way before we see, or they can see us way before we see them.
Yep.
Kind of like an owl does at night.
Yeah.
Right. Any combination of those genes in fish that we already know could exist in genes of fish that we've never seen and might not ever get.
Right.
Well, tell me if I'm wrong. I know that they've been finding a new species of like birds and other fish and stuff like that in the bayou, like in the swamps and stuff, because they're actually going in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
that's absolutely correct.
Right.
There was also a bunch of studies that were done in 2020. Pretty much as soon as lockdown started, some biologists began going out and searching. And there's a new type of feline out in the Amazon that got discovered. Wow. There was something that was thought to be extinct for like 25 years, another type of feline that got rediscovered and is still alive.
See, that's insane, man.
I love when that happens, when they think something's gone.
Right, and it comes
and then they find it, but now, I guess it's not.
But now think of how many things that we, even still with us and how, humans, we just, we're spreading out and we've gotten, taken out so much of the Amazon jungle and just forests and whatnot. And there's still things that we're discovering, still things that we're finding brand new. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, you can only imagine what's literally underwater. I mean, if we're finding things on land, and then like you already said, Justin, things that they find, and trying to study with the octopus and the bioluminescence, dude, it's like the idea.
Well, that's gonna be all study for like military stuff. I mean,
well, yeah.
But I'm sure there'd be you could probably get a lot of good stuff out of that too, as far as medical and things like that. Who knows what those species can do for that purpose too?
I know that because you can cut off a starfish or a tentacle.
At least that's the
theory right now. And even a jellyfish that it can grow back. That's Spider-Man. That's for
Incredible Hulk too.
Yep. Right.
Yeah.
So then,
I know that there's I don't remember what animal it comes from, but medical glue. Medical glue was developed from something.
That's right.
Oh, right. Yeah. I forgot what that was. I don't know. I just used Gorilla Glue.
I can't remember what it's,
just like, I got to put the glue on and I'm good. But yeah, you're right, bro. I don't remember what that's from. Sorry. That's, I can't remember what animal, but still.
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah. But it's just crazy, man. How many things that we used or try to come up with medically, or even in industry that mimic, animals, mammals, fish, just so that this way we can go and hopefully live a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's crazy, and I'll tell you what, man, listen, I don't know if I want to get a little bit of DNA from one of the other animals because I want to be a cyborg, but
Right.
It's one of those things. But, I mean, you're looking at cancer cures, you know what I'm saying? You're looking at being able to help somebody who, loses a limb. That would be insane.
To be able to grow it back.
To be able to grow it back, you know what I'm saying?
That would be crazy.
Yeah, that's...
But it's not saying that they couldn't do that at some point in the future. If that's if it's for good things and not... But that
the powers that be.
Right. We're going to have the hands in it for other things as well.
Exactly.
I mean, they already do it to dogs, right? They put titanium teeth and German shepherds.
Yeah.
They have these. You ever see the training videos of the puppies and going in and out of the stuff when they're real little and everything? And Josh, have you seen those, Justin?
I have.
For the military, it's amazing. Yeah. These dogs are like it's super trained. I mean, just unbelievable how they get them combat ready and everything. It's amazing. That's what I'm saying. So they're able to do that. Who knows what they and it's not only the United States, of course. When we say government,
in the world, anywhere, but people do that too.
We're not the only people on a government in the world that's going to test or do things on discover things. And
well, even private owners have done that. They'll turn around and take out the regular canine from an animal, cats. From dogs or whatnot, and put in the
implants.
Implants that this way they can they can fight the dogs and whatnot. And on chickens when they do the cockfights, they put they'll put on their extra claw. They'll make them metal
Yeah.
or whatever. So this way, when they fight, they'll be able to dig deeper into their whatever.
Cockfights with a switchblade.
Yeah, pretty much, bro.
It's crazy.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's insane, man. It's just crazy. It is crazy.
Justin, go ahead, finish your thought.
I was going to say back to that investigating and medical research in like animals in general. I did find a couple of things that I thought were of note. Dogs were used in the discovery of insulin. Monkeys were used to develop the polio vaccine.
That I knew.
And mice were used to develop the rabies vaccine.
What?
Yep. Also, pigs were used to develop skin grafting for burn victims.
That I knew too.
Yeah, because it's like the closest skin to a human being supposedly is pig skin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this is right up Tom's alley because he's the. I know we're just talking. I'm saying, but it's just funny that it's coming up and how some good things come out, but at the same time, it's unfortunate for the animals that they're doing this shit too. Right. You know what I mean? It's
that is an interesting ethical question for you.
Yeah.
About like how do you balance that kind of greater good for you?
Yeah, it's always a tricky one because like. What's the right answer?
Right, there really isn't.
There's really no right answer.
Right. You're kind of like stuck in limbo in a sense.
It's a dilemma.
Yeah.
Isn't that what a definition of a dilemma
for sure.
is?
Well, so look, when you turn around and you grow a body part, so like they grew ears on the back of rats.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To turn around and then you're not really hurting the rat. You're using just the shape, the DNA.
Yeah, I mean, like there's so much to it though. You know what I mean? Like,
no, there is. It's tough. It's hard when you have to contest with something like the discovery of insulin.
Mm-hmm. Right.
What? How do we even begin to approach that conversation?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's
right. So then, how would you? So that then now us looking at these animals, underwater species, we're going down there. Do we really go down there and...
You're not going to get any of these things. There's no way. Dude, you can't... you don't have the technology to even get down in the first... You can't even see them, first of all. Mm-hmm. They have the advantage on you. Even if you get the most powerful LED light to go down there, you don't have the advantage. You do not have the advantage when you're down there.
So now, when they find the bone, though, and they bring the bone back and they do DNA check on it, you know what I'm saying? And they find... things in there like, oh my God, this could be for this. This could
I
be.
See what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I thought you were talking about like them actually capturing.
Oh no, I know we wouldn't be. No, I'm with you. We wouldn't be able to catch anything.
No,
it's
you're
just,
not getting that.
But
if remnants of another species. or something,
no.
There's a possibility.
Yeah, because I mean, they haven't even found like I guess we'll call it like the whale graveyard, right? You know what I'm saying? So you know how they have an elephant graveyard, like elephants
they go to a certain spot and then they die.
They haven't been able to find the whales, right? Like because they go down so deep.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Right. Well, so that's actually it's a big thing that they use in marine biology. It's called whale falls, and it's when carcasses finally hit the ocean floor. They love sending drones to those to just sit there and watch them for weeks because it's a huge time for activity down at the ocean floor.
Right.
So many things come around for whale falls.
Oh, because they eat it.
Right.
Scavengers.
Yeah.
And it's to the smallest micronism. It's just...
Yeah.
It's crazy
It's like,
shit.
imagine it's the desert and suddenly an oasis just popped up.
Right.
Right. Everything's going to be like food.
Yeah.
So whatever's done eating off of one and finishing it off, now something else comes in and gets the bones. And,
right. And then also the things that prey on those things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's a cycle.
Yeah.
Kuna Matata.
Yeah. So anytime they find a whale fall, they send a drone to sit there and watch it, and they usually send another drone to go look around the whole area.
Oh.
See what is crawling
right
in their ways.
And that's probably another way, too, to identify species you probably didn't even see before, depending on what. It could be something out of the blue and show up and be like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. The key things they target are, food.
Right.
If there's a source of nutrients at the floor, they're going to stay by until something comes around.
Which makes sense. That's a good way to discover something.
Yeah.
For sure. Get it on film. They don't know. Maybe they do.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Anything that's a resource down there, they try and stay around it.
Wouldn't it be interesting if they found a species that only relies on fall from other animals like whales, dolphins, or fish, and like they stay dormant? Like they almost like go into a stasis, and they could stay that way for hundreds of years until a fall comes, and then they wake up and eat the fall, and then they go back into a stasis.
Dude, that'd be so like insane.
Because I mean, that would be an interesting species.
Sci-fi
like,
too,
and,
man.
you know, like that. And theoretically, you know, as a means of survival, they evolved to be that way, where like they don't get a lot of nutrients. They're trapped there at the bottom of the ocean floor, and they just like stay petrified almost until like they sense like something nearby, and they can wake up and eat it.
Well, I mean,
That's just I just came up with that right now. in my head. But like it
sounds like someone from Gladiator. Remember, he's like telling them about the serpent,
right? I mean, because we don't, right? Yeah,
there's plenty of things that like do things similar to that exist. So, you know, Murphy's Law, there could be a fish version of that.
Right. Yeah, and just stretch out the time length a little bit.
Right.
How long
because
they
what
stay
was it? Don't they
space.
have like those tube worms that they sit pretty much near methane gases? And any of the, you know, any little microbes that come through, little fish or whatever, they eat them, you know, because they're nibbling on them, the crabs and such, and they sit there and they're dormant until something comes in there and then they grab it.
Right.
But even something like yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I don't want to cut you off.
I was thinking sand trap spiders.
Right.
I was thinking those really flat fish that mimic the ocean floor and they just sit on it.
Yeah.
Right, and they just wait.
Yeah, and their heads are sideways, so they're always looking up.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
Yeah.
But I was also thinking like something like I remember hearing when I remember in like the 2000s, like there was like a resurgence of like bed bugs. Remember? Right. Talk about bed bugs and like hotels, you know, all this talk about, and like, but the thing is you can't starve them out. Like, it's really hard to starve them out. You have to like, you can freeze them out because they don't do well, but you can't like be like, oh, just leave the room for several months. They'll just
no. You can't. You got. I think the freeze is the only way you can do it with them. I don't think heat makes it worse, right?
No, heat kills them.
Well, it's got to be like heat.
Yeah, like
but also freezing them out too. Like they say,
like burn the house down.
Yeah, who's got the gasoline?
No, but they do freeze out easily. Like they say, like if like you have like a mattress with bed bugs or something like that, they say if it's like winter, you can stick it outside and kill them.
Right.
Oh shit. Okay.
But like for several hours. You know, like,
I'll leave it out there a week.
Dude, the whole fucking winter. What are you talking about, bro?
Just kill it with fire.
How cold is it this week?
Yeah, later for that shit.
5 below. That shit should work.
Yeah. Dude, everything. Yeah, it's just it's again like Tom, like you're saying.
Yeah.
If we find those out, you know, on land,
right? They gotta exist in water.
They gotta exist in water. They have to.
Yeah,
they have to because
we have no clue. We haven't touched an inkling really to know what's going on down there for sure. You know what I mean? And we probably won't know. We might find out some more stuff before the end of our time on this planet.
Yeah,
and I'm sure there'll be some other stuff that eventually things will pop its head out and say, "Hey,
like what was the name of the trench again, Justin? The deepest trench?
Mariana Trench.
Trench.
That's where they threw Megatron. You know what I'm saying?
Megatron.
Yeah, I know he's down there.
Yeah,
he's
you know what I'm saying?
Megatron's down there. Okay,
I'm just going. He's there. You know, I mean, they showed.
He was on the dark side of the moon. Now
he's in the trench. You know what I'm saying?
Trench.
I'm just saying, bro. You know, you never know who and or what's down there, bro. It's crazy. It's just crazy. And I almost wonder how much of like the sci-fi movies and stuff that we see, because we always make fun, you know, like South Park and you know, The Simpsons, how they pretty much, you know, and even a lot of movies, how they almost seem like they're predicting the future.
Yeah.
So now, in all these sci-fi movies and stuff,
all our lives have been like that.
It's probably just real, you know, and that they're taking what, you know, eyewitness accounts, you know, stories.
I think it's just part of our DNA because they say we're made up of the universe already, right? Where did we come from? So maybe we still have memories of whatever it was, and that's where all these ideas and stuff are coming from, you know. And you're just making the sci-fi.
That's the dragon theory. Why is there so many depictions of dragons across multiple areas, at multiple different periods in history?
But because what they said that it was, I've heard the one theory because the dragons really were here,
right?
And they just, you know, different looking ones, so like alligators and crocodiles. You know, same
Yeah,
thing, just a little bit different, and they're bigger. And
Komodo dragon.
the Komodo dragons, and that looks like an alligator.
What about those old school paintings you see from back in the day, from like whalers and people, and you got these crazy octopuses and stuff? They're saying that's possible that these things were around.
Yeah.
And these are accurate, and this is what was going on. You know,
and like same thing in like Asian cultures with the dragans and stuff like that.
Who's to say?
Chinese and Japanese they
That's right.
Well, they said they found. Then Justin, did you see that they had seen there was depictions of it over here with the Native Americans? Like, I mean, like not just in Asia, like there was some on this side of the planet,
on North America.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
that's all part of like the dragon
The theory.
argument. Right.
Right. Well, isn't that the same with
there's so many depictions of a flying lizard
Yes.
across so many places.
Right.
Like so many
It's
different
true.
times.
It's true.
Yeah.
And they all look different. They all have their own style.
Yeah.
Same thing with the.
But they all carry the same trait.
Right. Exactly.
Do they all breathe fire, or is that something?
I think that was a myth.
Do you think that was added? I think that was.
That's mostly Old English folk.
Right.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
But you could use Bigfoot for this theory too, because of snowman, right? It's the same thing, right? Only with colder climate. That's
Could it have been something that did live not long ago and became extinct not long ago?
right.
Like you know what I mean? Like they were hunted by because I mean look at the fucking buffalo, the piles of bones and pictures of that. Like humans are fucking terrible in that aspect.
We are so bad.
Like maybe like because it was such a prized thing, like people like. Maybe like
they didn't realize what they were doing was they were killing
all the dragons off.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They were killing first. So in the beginning, I guess we'll say like that. In the beginning, everybody was killing for food and clothing.
I get it.
And warmth. And then once the population starts to get bigger, then we start to take a little bit more, and all that other stuff. Because like you said, polar bear. Regular grizzly bears, black bear.
Everything is for their environment, so depending on where it comes from.
Well, what is it? Is it the saber? Not the saber tooth. The
mountain lion?
Tigers? No, the oh my goodness,
saber-toothed tiger?
No, I'm sorry, not even tiger. Oh my god, elephants.
Winnie
the
Pooh?
tusks. The tusks are supposed to when you grind them down.
Woolly mammoth.
That that they when they. Yeah, I know. Sorry, I went the other way. I was thinking the tiger, the thing, but
huge.
They would grind down the tusks because that was supposed to be medicine. Walruses. Then
the ivory,
ivory, and all that other stuff.
They did that with whales too for oil,
right? Exactly. So that but it was supposed to be just enough for us to survive,
right?
Not for us, it's just that nifty ass cycle.
Right. Well, people like the American Indians, or what do you call it? Eskimos. Thank you. From all those different things from all around the world, right? If they all had the same idea, they used the animal. They used everything of the animal, and they respected the animal, because that was the way they looked at it. They knew it was something from Mother Earth. That was the mentality. They were doing everything the way it should be done naturally for that time, right? So then, of course, you eventually hope you move away from that, but still, they did it in the way that was out of respect and out of surviving and everything. But then there were people like Buffalo Bill who just went around and shooting them and just leaving the carcasses laying in the freaking in the fields. With the skin, just skinned to death. Yeah. And they didn't do nothing else with the buffalo.
Yeah.
I mean, that's ridiculous. That's stupid.
Yeah.
And I get it. Killing's killing, but if one is doing one way and learning from what is given to them, then they're saying, hey, Mother Earth is providing for us. She's our mother. She's taking care of us. That's the mentality, I would assume. There's a totally different way of thinking versus a guy who just wants to make money off skins.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Things dead.
Yeah. Well, with that.
Right. We are down at time.
Yes.
Justin, thanks for being on with us, man. We would love to have you here with us.
Always.
But we will be doing...
Hope to see you back soon once you're feeling better.
Yes.
As soon as I'm mobile again, I have everything ready to go. I'm going to have to bring an iPad and a laptop, but we're going to have a good time.
Nice.
Yes, definitely. That's what I'm waiting for.
Looking forward to it.
Yes. So again, thank you, Justin. So love, peace, and hair grease.
Live long and prosper.
Stay weird.
Holler.